Hey guys, so this is. I decided just to do this mainly because I'm rewatching a bit of it right now on my phone. Um, Hopefully, I'm gonna be going back to normal by next weekend. We don't know, and my cat's giving me a look like, is she actually recording something? Because he's camera shy, and it's like, I don't know why. He just doesn't want. I think he thinks I'm gonna sing, which I'm not. I haven't sang in a while. But yeah. So I've been a fan of Umbrella Academy since I don't know how long. I never read the book, sadly, but when Netflix was doing this, it took a while for me to actually watch the first season. Then Hollywood started doing their parody, revealed that this was gonna be their parody. So eventually, I did start watching like when I was getting closer to the release date for Hollywood's thing. I actually finished it with time to spare, like almost 2 weeks maybe. I don't know, and I ended up loving it. So when I found out season 2 was coming out, it's like, okay, please let this come out, because especially with this quarantine, um, actually, if there was a last week that it came out, pretty much that Seven Deadly Sins season 4, three and a half, if you count if you count that one little extra bit that was after that you can consider season 2, even though it's not really season 2. Um, and then Lucifer at the end of this month, which is gonna take forever. Pretty much I just, uh, it's just been, it's what's been keeping me kind of going because I didn't know how much longer I was gonna be stuck. Because luckily, sadly enough, my mom caught COVID, a very minor case, thank God, from her work, and it was just a fever and cough mainly, and thank goodness she's finally gotten rid of the fever. She's still a little bit tired, but because it's been 3 weeks pretty much since all this started. Well, it'll be 3 weeks at the end of this week. Well, tomorrow, or maybe today. Yeah, today. So, pretty much I just have been stuck. I mean, I do have to go grocery shopping, which I'm the one doing it. I was the one cooking. I was the one keeping the kitchen as clean as possible. And she was banned from the kitchen. We got tested. She got retested, but my dad got tested today, and we're just waiting on the results to hopefully come in by next week. The place that we went to, that it only took my mother. Well, she went. Technically, it'll be tomorrow. 3 weeks. She got hers within 3 days, so we're hoping to get it by Tuesday, if not Wednesday. Me and my dad have not had any symptoms, and I'm finally bringing this up because, I mean, I haven't talked about it because it's just been rough, but now it's kind of like, now that it's finally hopefully over, now I can finally kind of talk about it. Because when we found out she was positive, we were just so scared that it would get worse, and luckily enough it didn't. She didn't have to go to the hospital, she didn't have to go on a respirator, nothing. So I'm grateful for that. Anyway, back to this topic at hand. So I watched season 2 pretty much with it, and I didn't rewatch season 1, which I'm gonna go back and do eventually, depending on how things go with this test result. But I think it took me 3 days to watch. Let's see, it came out Friday. I think by Monday Monday or Tuesday, maybe Sunday at earliest is how long it took me between Friday night when it came out for me to finish it. So, I just want to say that it went, I think, as close to content, because I did look up people who did kind of go into the comics explanations. Though I kind of want to have one that's like, there's this one YouTube user that does this with other stuff, and I kind of wanted him to finish the Walking Dead stuff, but, or as close to what the season 3 and up did to the comics, but I kind of want him to do this too, because it's like people just say like what they actually should look like sometimes, but there's one person who did like the full comic story of what was available, but now I kind of want a comparison. But if I'm correct on this, what they did do for the storyline for this season, from what's to the books, it was pretty good. Except for one little plot twist, obviously. For those of you who did the read books, you know what I'm talking about, or watched the videos that I watched, you know what I'm talking about. I like that they didn't do this one little plot twist in it, and they focused on more of the story. So I mean, it wasn't exactly, but the main key points, like the assassination of John F. Kennedy, seeing the old number 5, that kind of thing. But I mean, I know those were the key points that they kind of kept to, but the fact that they didn't do the plot twist that was from the books, I'm kind of happy about, because it would have just hurt. Though I didn't like how I'm not trying to spoil anything, so it's like, that's why I'm saying plot twist instead of like what the plot twist is. Though the alternative was not exactly, that great either. I mean, like, really, I know you're trying to create a story, but there was one little detail that just feels like they were, the record skipped a beat and repeated. That relates to season 1. It's like, really? I like that we're gonna get introduced to the, more characters next season probably, as well as one character coming back. Obviously, well, 2, but I'm not saying which, and if you haven't watched season 2 yet, then sucks to be you. But I'm gonna say this, I love the soundtrack for the whole season. This one was my favorite. I mean, like, this and Stargirl are my favorite soundtracks right now. I just love listening to the songs that they picked. Like, we were just watching Shining Knight from Stargirl, and that they had In Excess, when In Excess was trying to get a new lead singer, and the guy that they picked did this one song. I don't know if it was a remake of a song with the original singer, or if it was a new one, but the fact that it was in there was awesome. And then with this, I thought it was gonna stay 60s because of the Frank Sinatra thing, but I'm glad that they kind of like didn't stay in that kind of timeline, especially with Klaus quoting song lyric lines as like phrases, and it's like, really? I know I'm saying certain things, but it's like, it's not that big of a deal. And if you haven't watched it by now or seen some sort of video involving that, and you're just not taking the time to watch it, especially during a quarantine, I mean, for those who are not working, come on. And I guess I'm gonna say this is my favorite scene of all of the second season, was the fight scene between number 5 and Lila. The fact that, I mean, like, I'm not a huge Billie Eilish fan, but I do like her one song. I don't know if I've listened to, I think there's 2 songs I like by her. I don't know, I have to look, but I know for sure one, obviously Bad Guy, and which is what the song is too. I also like the fact that they did a Swedish version of Adele's I'm not sure which song it is called, but Hello, I think. That was kind of neat too, but I'd say my favorite scene from the whole season was the number 5 versus Lila scenes where they're fighting, and it's just like, that is just good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when we eventually get season 3, and maybe if I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything with Lucifer. I'm not done with Seven Deadly Sins yet. And I don't normally do these, but I just thought I'd do this one. So this is Alex signing off, and if you didn't already realize it, my cat did already leave, partway through this. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I find out the results, probably.